Hi, I am 512 Mark D, and this is going to be my first video of what I guess, planning on doing a vlog or kind of video series, and just kind of had this idea to kind of reactivate my YouTube account and start taking some videos and documenting where my life seems to be going, because it's pretty interesting, and I'm enjoying it. I'm just kind of going with the flow, and to kind of, since it's the first video, I'll give kind of a backstory. I'm on my way home from work right now, one job anyway, and but I've done a lot of different things in my life, and held a lot of different jobs. I've been in corporate America. I've been a soldier. I've worked for the sheriff's department, and done a lot of different things. And most recently, in being maybe a couple of years ago or so, my last corporate job, which for me was kind of a breaking point, led to some significant changes in my life, was working in the mortgage industry, which was completely stressful. Just overworked and very stressed, and I did that for almost 2 years, or almost exactly 2 years, and I made some mistakes and lost my job, and I was unemployed for a couple months, and applying everywhere, all kinds of jobs, whatever would give me some sort of paycheck, and I ended up getting a job at a Walmart, and that just has led me to basically where I am now, with a family. I met my wife there. I'm now married within pretty much, to kind of put it in perspective, I started working at Walmart in November of 2014. Only worked there for 6 months, but that's where I met who is now my wife, Maritez. And I only worked there for 6 months. In March of 2015, I got a job with Harley Davidson selling motorcycles, which has always been a passion of mine. And when I left Walmart, Maritez and I stayed in contact, which led to dating, and by October of last year, of 2015, we were married. And now I have an 8-year-old son who who is just the most amazing kid, and we have a baby on the way, a baby girl, and that's kind of where we're at now. She hasn't been able to work since her pregnancy, which was kind of unexpected, so I've taken a second job, delivering pizzas 2 or 3 nights a week, in addition to my day job, which is still with Harley Davidson, just not selling them at a dealership. Now I work for the company that owns the dealership I used to work for. Actually owns 5 dealerships, so now I work in internet sales, and I work for all 5 dealerships, and that's pretty much my day job. And then when I can, I deliver pizzas for some quick extra money to help ends meet, and help kind of counteract some of the bills that come along with a pregnant wife. You will, I'm sure, meet, this is pretty much the first and only video that I'll probably do from this perspective, I just kind of want to explain where I'm starting this series off at, and so you can follow with me from there. So you will definitely meet my amazing wife Meritez, and my son Drew, and my new daughter when she arrives. And so, you know, my wife is actually Filipino, and we have been talking about the opportunity that we have. She hasn't been home in the Philippines for 8 years, and originally we were talking about, you know, starting to make visits there every year or every other year, and she still has most of her family over there, and now we're you know, that's turned into, kind of evolved into the possibility, and you know, pretty much very likelihood that we'll move there in probably another year, and, you know, in summer when Drew's not in school, because the opportunity to do that is, and the kind of life that we might be able to lead, and the kind of upbringing, at least for a while, that we'd be able to have for our kids, that's, you know, to me is a no-brainer. And, you know, with my history of, you know, just kind of corporate America, and I've struggled with jobs, with, you know, kind of PTSD, and what jobs kind of, you know, burnout and that kind of stuff, and I've definitely created a different change, which, you know, for me, Walmart was part of. Walmart, you know, unfortunately, at this present time, doesn't treat their employees the best, but the people that work there, majority of them are probably the hardest working people that I've ever worked with, and I'm still friends with them. And, you know, like I said, how I met my wife, and so, you know, kind of that's the other reason why I want to start the video series, as just kind of following us on this journey, this kind of journey in life that I found myself on in the most unexpected way. And as soon as I kind of freed my mind of trying to fit into some box, or that life is supposed to go in some way, and as soon as I just kind of started going with the flow, that's just one after another just led to so many different opportunities that, you know, I would have never imagined. And, you know, yeah, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be hard for me to leave my family. Most of my family is in Texas. Currently we're living in Florida. It's gonna be hard to leave the States, but it's definitely worth a shot. And so I just kind of want to start this series, and hopefully get some followers and subscriptions, and some people interested in what I think would, you know, is kind of a interesting chain of events that might be taking place, and then we'll see what happens. And, you know, maybe it'll mean something to other people as well, watching somebody kind of go through it. I'm definitely going to try to be as interactive as I can between, you know, YouTube and Facebook, and I even just created a Twitter account for the first time in never had a Twitter account. So I'm just gonna kind of give this a shot and see where things go, and you know, hopefully you enjoy watching things develop. All right, that's it for now.